Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wandering Village. We're here on the back of our wonderful living mountain, Anu. We have finally discovered a way that we could build up some trust with our wonderful guardian. And what better way to show Anu that we hopefully will work together in a wonderful partnership that will hopefully lead, there we go, to all of us being able to stay alive, then working on a feeding trebuchet and planting plenty and plenty of mushrooms. I really hope that we're going to be able to get enough mushrooms so that once we finish researching the Onbu kitchen, we can feed this very hungry mountain. Thankfully, she is not in a critical hunger level, but at the moment, as she is deciding which path to go on, we've really... Oh, yes! We were able to influence her to go to the northeast! Wonderful! We might be able to pick up some of the nomads that are wandering over there that our scouts saw then. And now that we have this feeding trebuchet prepared, we need to be able to feed it with some mushrooms. I think we have enough mushrooms. So, do we really have enough mushrooms just yet? Launch a bundle of mushrooms to feed Onbu. Easy but inefficient. It decreases the Onbu's hunger by 15% and slightly increases its trust in you. See, that's what I mean! That's what I mean! Now, if only we could go ahead and have some way to get enough wooden planks, even though we keep putting the wooden planks into like literally everything else. There's just so much that kind of needs the wooden planks in order to be constructed, like the smoking hut over here. Oh my gosh. But the smoking hut's really important so that the people that we have heading out on all of the scavenging events will be able, there we go, will be able to like find the people who are missing, the food that we need, maybe even the mushrooms. So you know what? It's inefficient, but let's go ahead and we are going to slightly increase the trust of our beloved Anu by hopefully getting some mushrooms launched off. And hopefully being able... Come on, Anu. Hopefully being able to at least feed her that much. However, we're going to need to start storing the mushrooms over there. Oh, and there's actually some mushrooms over here that we could harvest. Again, suddenly these become absolutely critical, and we definitely don't want to be storing them all the way over here. So let's actually remove storage for like the notes and the mushrooms themselves. And then let's see, because otherwise we have to like really walk super far away in order to get to where we're going for taking care of Anu. Are there any other wild mushrooms growing on her back right now? No. And our mining camp needs moved if we want them to be able to do any of their work. So we'll move them down here. There are some wild mushrooms starting to grow over there. We probably need at least one farmer over on this farm. We're finally starting to get a little bit lower on the beets because the beets are being turned into soup. And we have plenty of villagers to help us out at the moment, so that should be okay. And we just welcomed 3 new settlers, and that's not even the nomads that we're about to stumble upon. Also, have we managed to... Oh, look, see, we need to increase the mushrooms that are stored here at the feeding trebuchet if we have any hope of being able to go ahead and feed our Onbu. Let's see. And then the mushrooms we're also storing over here. We encountered a small group of nomads looking for a home. Let's go ahead. We'll pick them up. I need to remember sometimes... Oh good, 2 healthy people joined us. Sometimes they may be not as healthy as one would hope for, so we don't want to forget that. Also, I feel like I really need to like get even more carpenters built. We have 2, 3 right now, but we just need so many wood planks turned, or like wood turned into wood planks. I think another one wouldn't hurt, at least at the moment. And maybe over here is okay, like next to this big tree trunk that may one day, I would say, grow up to become a sawmill, though that's not quite how it's gonna work. Actually, this is probably pretty important to make sure people get invested in that. Are we almost done with all the wood planks going to the smoking hut? Because we really need them for our researchers too. Oh, and we need more mushrooms as well for the research. Oh, thank goodness. So, are you guys done growing? Let's go ahead. Super high priority. There we are. There's a bunch of wild mushrooms currently growing. Almost doing better than the other work we have. This woodcutting camp, I think we'll go ahead and pick up. And since we're doing so much work with the carpenters all the way over here, let's move this woodcutting camp up here. Here we go. Come on, our researchers really need stuff. The smoking hut construction, yes! Okay, the smoking hut is super important too, because that's going to allow us, after we... Okay, this is probably actually medium level important to harvest up all of those herbs. But the smoking hut is going to allow us to send our scavengers further afield once they manage to get some of the rations they need, so that they can survive traveling so far away on their amazing flying carts. Yes! Okay, so the smoking hut is now constructed. They can make smoked beets in exchange for beets and wood. They can make dried tomatoes, smoked fish, cured beets, which, let me double check, I think that uses less, so 10 beets for smoked. We have 55 salt right now, cured tomato, cured fish. I think we're better off with smoked beets at the exact moment. They're gonna need beets and wood, which might be a little bit of a haul to harvest, but we'll get there. All right, meanwhile, we've got people working on getting the carpenter built. We've got another carpenter up here. We've got mycologist gathering mushrooms here. We've almost got enough food for our Onbu. Oh, and here's a little sleeping spot. I think we almost have enough mushrooms to feed her, but I don't think we're gonna... Can we manage at the last moment? Or is that just one mushroom? There we go! It's time! This place looks... Oh, did you see that giant ball of food? There we go! The very first time we've been able to feed a Maluanu. Did she get a little bit... Is she just going to sleep right now? Oh, she must have been so tired. And her hunger's way up. Aww, we managed to feed her. That's wonderful. I hope that made her feel a little bit better. She seems really tired. Oh, we could have a community plaza in town square that apparently would have something to do with maybe throwing a little party. Maybe we could be like little birds or something that help her. We definitely want to make sure that we're getting the feeding trebuchet like filled up with plenty of mushrooms, which would make me really happy. And then we definitely want to get more mushrooms planted. I want to get more people working in these fields for sure. But I think the way to do that might be to get another mycology farm put in, and then maybe have them overlap a little bit so that then they're working together to some extent. But I don't know if that's the best way to do it. How's our water? We're doing great on water. Probably should remember that we need to go ahead and just gather more water while we can. I probably am definitely taking that for granted while we're in the mountains. We haven't really had big challenges from the weather just yet, but don't let that fool you. It's probably going to get pretty wild in the near future. The smoked beets also take longer, I think. Let's let this one finish making another scavenging ration, and then let's actually take a peek at perhaps the salt really helps us out with being able to create rations for our people faster. At the moment, yeah, we would need 2 rations, 3 rations, the abandoned encampment. There are Heal shrooms there. Oh, there's a good hearty meal coming up in the future for her. So that would be great. And Effley eggs can be cooked or planted by pest control to grow an Eleflea. All right. Well, we're going to send the party out to a place they can reach right now to bring back clay and salt. And if we can get more rations so that our scavenging parties can go further, then I'm really optimistic. Like, for instance, if we came over to cured beet, that would be 8 hours. And using our salt. And if we did cured tomatoes, 8 hours. Smoked beets are also 8 hours. So we'll just stick to having a few more beets being used. Beets. A few more heartbeats for the harvest. And then we're back on planting. Oh, is she waking up already? Oh, there she goes. And there's good food ahead for her. So I'm relieved to know that we'll be able to feed her at some point soon. Let's see. Let's also get that clay gathering camp deconstructed because I would like to have the tools back. And look at all of the notes that our Biologists are collecting. That's wonderful. What are we researching again? Oh yes, the kitchen, so we can try making better food for her. That's probably a great thing to have gone ahead and started to learn about, considering the fact that we are coming up on a big field of wonderful hardy mushrooms for our beloved Onbu. The feeding trebuchet, we probably can take someone off of for just now and just have general help in the area, since we no longer need to worry about that. I think this clay deposit we're gonna risk removing because it actually is in the way of us planting more mushrooms. And I think getting another mycologist, again, kind of overlapping maybe, might help us get more mushrooms faster. But it also makes a lot of sense to have a mycologist just like over next to the feeding trebuchets to me. But maybe we need to get rid of all of this stuff first. Alright, there's a lot of options, and we haven't really been focusing on making sure that people can be happy. Opalina, are you working on the air well? Yes. We haven't really been like checking in on our actual people and making sure like they're gonna be happy, and they just live in a flop house at the moment. So I'm trying to, oh, there we go. To the research tree. All right, what do we need for the Onbu kitchen? Look at that, wood, planks, and stone, and I think, yes, it will fit in right next to the feeding trebuchet, which makes me very happy. And then I wonder if it would make sense to have these, there we go, have a little path, so that hopefully it's a little easier to get food to our beloved Onbu as we are beginning to really do some research. We also could learn how to do the sleep command soon once we get more research notes. But now that we have figured out somewhat what to do with these giant mushrooms and how to go ahead and to try to take care of our Onbu, I wonder if people would indeed, and we could host events in a town square, oh my gosh. Or I wonder, since we've been looking into so many different types of food, if heat resistance, little water, grows slowly, if tomatoes might be a thing, or honestly, maybe we would just jump straight to making bread, because it kind of makes sense to me if we're rolling gigantic mushroom meatballs, basically. What if we start thinking about like making bread or having, again, the boarding house, which is a lot nicer for our villagers. And it would also mean we could remove a whole bunch of the space taking up things that we have right now and instead focus on things like wheat harvesting. Look at that. To learn wheat harvesting, we need to have a ridiculous amount of mushrooms for some reason. I think we will start with the town square, because keeping people's spirits up seems important as well. And I think having another research house, maybe somewhere nearby where the scavengers go, would make sense, because they might bring back some notes that we could find quite insightful and interesting. And maybe even... Should we keep the research buildings kind of next to each other? They don't quite fit, of course. Because why would they? Ooh, and berry seeds. Well, we don't want to just leave those, like, lying around. And also, we don't want to leave the herbs just lying around, because those are really important to make sure that we can, like, cure ourselves in some theoretical future where we actually, let's see, flop house. I wonder if that means it's not got people in it, or if that means that it's poison. Interesting. The smoked beets. What are you guys? Not enough resources available. Is it beets? Do I need to get more beets down? Have I been... I think I've been... Oh, I went through my beets really, really fast, really hard. And I think it might be worth it to put another farm maybe right here and have people help out with some overlapping spots of planting and harvesting. What does it take for a farm? That precious, precious clay that we're learning to really appreciate. I think that sounds like a good idea. Especially because that'll keep the farm near our air wells there. Okay. And our berries are being gathered. The scavenging crew is coming back. We'll see if they have found a new spot. There we go. 10 salt, 40 clay. Can we reach anything else nearby? The mine is actually coming up. I think it will drift into our range soon, and then we might be able to look at the Flea egg. Also, we could go to the forest. Oh, the quarry over there has tools. Ooh, okay, we need 2 more scavenging rations in order to get that far out. But if there's rumors from the people who we have worked with that there are indeed tools to be had, that would be really, really important, especially as we're getting more and more complexity for our beloved Mauanu and for their land. Also, the Onbu kitchen is removing plants and resources. Okay, yes. That's what's currently going on. The Onbu kitchen getting done is just really important to me so that we can know at least that has been accomplished. And I wonder if we can have 2 researching groups. Does that mean we research 2 things at once? Or, and also if we have these rations, does that mean, I don't think it would be useful at the moment to have more scavengers, but it sounds like an intriguing idea. I'm not opposed to having more scavenging parties in the future. And I'm not opposed to having more researchers in a research building. Let's see. Even though they're doing a great job right now. And hey, we got like to the point where we could have like a town square. I'm not exactly sure where I would want to put it. You kind of have this idea that, oh, maybe in the central area, but maybe over by the Onbu is like a good spot for celebration. I guess everyone would start discussing that, and we could also have stone roads so people could move faster, or an herbalist to grow herbs, the village doctor to cure poison issues, the dung collector, the Onbu catch to store food and medicine for the Onbu. That actually seems super important so that we'd be able to make sure that the extra food we're making from the kitchen has somewhere to go. But building upgrades, food stand, the quarry, the boarding house. Like I said, I feel like the people really need to be reassured right now that they're going to have somewhere to go. And then it raises happiness by 1 while fully staffed. Oh, wow. That would be nice just to have it so people could come and they could have a little square, like a little village square to pass by and have a little boost, because we have so many people nearby. So how does it raise happiness? Where would we want to place it? Like, there's a bunch of houses over here. Oh, I wonder if that's like their happiness level. Oh, I see. So if we place it near their homes, then people might become a little happier. Oh, I see. And if we put it here, we would... Uh-oh, what's this? The cold weather. Oh dear. Just when we were starting, there's a lot of food ahead for you, my beloved Onbu. Ooh, and there we go. We can get the afflia eggs if we go off to the mines. And we need... I just sent somebody off to the mines just when we got enough of the rations to go and get the tools. Dang it. That's what I get for saying, oh, maybe we don't need to worry about, like, having multiple groups. Alright, well, let's finish up research, I think, on the boarding house and possibly get that built so that we have somewhere else for people to live. Then we can take down these terrible houses that don't have enough warmth to keep everyone safe and taken care of. Also, I think we're out of beets for beet soup, so let's switch to berry muesli. You think that the cooks would understand the concept of, like, moving between the two, but that's okay. And then we're working on getting this farm built at some point. We'll put that up on slightly higher priority. We have got, let's see, smoked beets, dried tomatoes. So we really do need to work on the beets so that we have plenty for the rations as well. Goodness, we're sending people in all sorts of directions. No wonder they get a little confused because we just have a lot going on. We've got our Onbu notes being created. We definitely need more stonemasons, I think. But that means we need more stone. Ooh. Have we not been working on enough stone? From having, like... Do we need more mining camps? Well, we do have more tools available. And there's a lot of stone over here, actually. So let's get that up and going. How many tools? We have 6 tools at the moment. I've been really tentative, but knowing that we can get them back by having the mining camps up and going, there's no reason to hold off as much as I have been. So let's get these mining camps up. We have people here, after all, who can definitely be helping out with pulling in more resources. And once we get those mining camps up, then having more stonemasons is going to be really important. And I think stonemasons kind of near the big giant stones makes sense. And there's at least a couple, there's a lot of big giant stones over here. So I think it's okay to assume that, you know what, maybe some stonemasons over here is still a good thing. And we'll get that as like a secondary, or like a high, not higher or highest priority. All right, are we out of the cold snap? Thank goodness. Look at that, we can make a mushroom ball now. Does that mean that we built the kitchen? That means we're building the kitchen, I think. Oh, those wood planks. Just everybody needs wood planks. All right. I think mining camp constructed and people are gathering stone. Wonderful. And we've got this research building that I guess we do have enough people to help out with the research if we need it. The boarding house is almost done being researched. Still gathering lots of mushrooms, but I feel like we need even more people planting. I wish we could have like faster planting over here, but it looks like we're even like not able to keep up on the mushrooms we've got, or maybe they just got too cold and weren't able to survive. And I mean, if a lot of the villagers can help out with the actual harvesting, like when we find a spot to harvest, we can tell everybody like, hey, see these mushrooms? Get them highest priority. We can do that with the beets in the field too. So if that's the case, and we definitely need that, then like we can do like this, then maybe we should just have the farming people currently work on only planting. And everybody will help us out with harvesting in just a minute. All right, and the boarding house has been researched and the scavenging party came back with 2 afflia eggs. And can we send them off in time? I hope they can get to that quarry and back in time with some tools. Very excited about that, though also very nervous. And what's this? Biogas. Fuel for oh, good. And the Onbu is now eating the precious pile of gigantic fungi that probably fills her up quite a bit more than the small piles that we're able to currently provide. Until, at least, we finish figuring out how to store her food. So Onbu catch it is. There we go. All right, well, it's chaos, but it is the first of the villages of lore and legend that are here doing what they can to try to survive all together as we discover what it takes with this boarding house and its huge supply of stone slabs that we're gonna need. Oh my gosh, okay, maybe we need at least a couple of those. But as we discover what it takes in order to be able to make the most of living this life on the back of our Onbu companion. This is delightful. It's a bunch of ramshackle sticks all put together. She also managed to eat all of that food. Hopefully we can encourage her to go northeast, though it may take a little while to work on that. She doesn't trust our commands, but there's more delicious food for her over there. And we will continue to work on all of this next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.